Well, it's that time of the week again where we get to talk about brand new VR games coming out this week, next week, and of course some of that juicy VR gaming news. But before we dive into the video, I want to say a massive thank you to you all for helping me get the channel to 50,000 subscribers. Honestly, I'm just massively grateful that any of you take the time out of your day to actually watch this channel. If you're watching it and you're not subscribed yet, then hey, maybe subscribe, help me get that 100k plaque. That's what we're on the road to. And really just a massive thank you. I started this channel a really long time ago, and to manage to get this far has been just an incredible journey. And honestly, I'm just grateful that you guys take the time out of your day to just chill with me, support the channel, and of course take in all that VR freaking goodness that we try and spread around here. So just a massive thank you. I really do appreciate you. Smash like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's get on with the video. New VR games this week. Well, kicking it off, we have Trombone Champ that dropped this week, and that is coming from Flatzer VR Studios. And well, this one seems to have taken off incredibly well. People are enjoying tooting their way to victory in this new rhythm game where you play yourself a trombone. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you loving this game? Have you picked up this game? Is this just the best rhythm game ever you've played? But yeah, definitely interested to find out your thoughts and opinions on this. Nonetheless, it seems to have been a hit on the Quest Store, which is fantastic news because, well, a lot of my friends work for Flatzer VR Studios, so I'm very proud of them to have got this game out, and not only that, have it well received. Insanely enough, that's it for the new releases this week. There have been a couple of other notable things like Halo sort of VR mod that's come out and a couple of other things, but I try to stick to just like straight releases on this channel rather than covering VR mods, so just know that those things do exist. If you want to learn more about those, or you think I should add more about stuff like that into this video once a week, then let me know in the comments that I should talk about VR mods and things like that as well, and hey, maybe I'll add them into the series. VR gaming news. Well, we've had a little bit of news on Alien Rogue Incursion. Now, Alien Rogue Incursion is going to be coming out for us next month when it comes to the PSVR 2 and the PC VR version of this. But as we know, as I've spoken about this the last couple of weeks, Quest 3 is unfortunately not going to get this on the same date. It's looking like actually the Quest 3 version of this game is going to be coming out in February, and this is due to the store listing actually showing now a February date opposed to just coming soon or anything like that. So I don't know, man, this is a bit of a shame. I really feel like it's a shame that the Quest user base isn't going to be able to dive straight into this game, considering it's, well, the biggest user base out there when it comes to VR. So it kind of sucks for all you Quest players. I mean, on the plus side of things though, it does mean that they're going to polish this game out and you're going to have a better experience, so I'd consider it a soft launch coming to PSVR 2 and PC VR, and then the hard launch coming really in February for this game. Nonetheless though, I will be covering this when it comes out. I will poop my pants playing it, and I will definitely make a video for you guys to enjoy, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and we can figure out whether this game is even going to be worth playing. Next up, Ghost of Tabor coming to the PSVR 2 has also unfortunately hit a delay. It's now looking like it's going to be coming out in 2025. They haven't given a specific date for this, but they have said that they've bumped it out of this year now because they're just, well, it's proven to be a little bit more complicated to port this game over to the PSVR 2 than was previously expected. So yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, delays are delays. We covered him quite a bit on this, and there's still a couple more to be announced actually today. But nonetheless, it's one of those things where if a developer needs more time, let them cook and just let them have that time to be able to actually make this into the game it's supposed to be. Really, they just need to take their time and make it the way it should. It's much better that way than releasing it and everyone being like, well, this is full of bugs and it's kind of crap. Next up in a surprise announcement, we have Home Sport coming out next month. Now, this is from Resolution Games, and they're hoping to basically make like Wii Sports, but for the Quest, and I'm actually kind of all for this. Back in the day, I used to friggin' love me some Wii Sports, Wii Bowling, all the other fun things that you used to get to do, which really made that console what it was. And now we're going to have a version of that kind of thing, but for the Quest. It's going to be in both VR and mixed reality, which I think is also a very cool use for this, especially when you have Granny over and you want to show her what really VR is. You can chuck them into mixed reality, they'll feel pretty damn comfortable pretty quickly, and they can actually enjoy this game. So it can be something you could pass and play with your family. Genuinely, I think this is a win for us in the VR community. I'll judge it when it comes out and see whether it's actually any good or not, but if it is a very solid game, which Resolution does tend to make, then this could be something that I think is actually a bit of a banger. Next up, Aces of Thunder has been delayed. Wow, shocker. I feel like that's all I'm going to say today. But nonetheless, Age of Thunder has been delayed until 2025 as well for the PSVR 2 and PC VR port of this game. So yeah, that's the thing. It's going to have to be just a little bit longer to dive in there. I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised. We've been waiting well over a year at this point for this game to come out, so I'm really hoping that when it does finally come, it's going to be a decent game, because they've been cooking this for a real long time. I mean, I don't want to contradict what I just said, but when it's a year of delays, it's never normally a good sign for a game. But we'll see what happens when this finally comes out to us. And last but not least in the VR gaming news, Boxing Underdog, which I announced is coming out last week. Well, it didn't. It's been delayed until next month, where they have said it's actually going to come out. So I'm not going to give a date, because man alive, I've been like called out on it not coming out last week. Not my fault. I don't work for them. Coming up next week. Well, rolling into next week, we are going to be also rolling into a new month, which means we have a whole month of new VR games coming our way, and oh my god, there's some freaking quality games coming out next month. Now, I'm going to be dropping a video in the next couple of days, which is going to be talking about all of those games, so stay locked in, subscribe if you're new, and if you want to check out that, well, I'll be making that video and it'll be coming out in just a couple of days. But until then, coming out directly next week, we are starting it off with The House of Da Vinci. This is a brand new puzzler coming your way, and honestly, this one looks pretty decent. It's very reminiscent of something like The Room, which I am super down for, because, you know, it looks like it's a good looking game, as well as having a cool puzzler twist to it. And honestly, being in that sort of like Da Vinci time period is pretty freaking dope. I mean, that's like very steampunk-esque and just looks freaking cool. So I'm looking forward to trying this one out for myself. I'm a big fan of a puzzler. If you are, let me know if you're hyped about this. Next up, we have Bridge Constructor Studio. Now, this is actually one that kind of piqued my interest a little bit. We went through like this really weird stage a couple of years back where a ton of indie games started making these sort of bridge constructor games, whether they were apps or whether they were for Steam VR, and they really popped off. We're talking like 2017, 2018, when this sort of genre of gaming really popped, and now it's coming back, baby. So yeah, if bridge construction is your thing, then heck yeah, my dude, you're gonna have a great time with this. And last but not least in this video, I am so excited to finally say these words, but Behemoth is coming out next freaking week. I'm so excited for this. Honestly, I've had the chance to experience this a couple of times myself at this point, both on PSVR 2 and Quest, and both experiences have been phenomenal. So regardless of the platform you're going to get to try this on, it's going to be one heck of an experience. Of course, with a game of this scale, I highly recommend, if you can, then stretch to something more than the Quest to play this, because it is a visually stunning game. But if you do only have the Quest, then my goodness, you're still in for a good ride. This is a good looking game still, even on Quest. Regardless, I can't wait to get into Skydancer's newest adventure, where we're going to get to go into this world of behemoths and fricking take those savage beasts down, whilst also going through a 13-hour campaign. I am really excited for this game. I cannot wait to churn right through it. Of course, expect video coverage of this game on the channel, and more than anything, I'm just very excited to be able to talk about this and just my experiences in it. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel, keep you locked in, son, because oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this. Other than that, guys, that is going to do it for this video talking about games. I mean, we're in a great position right now. We have obviously a freaking Behemoth coming out next week, and then on top of that we have Alien Isolation coming out next month as well. We're just in a really good spot for VR gaming, and all in all, I think 2024 may have been the strongest year we've ever had in VR for gaming, and rolling into 2025, we already have an abundance of titles that we know are coming out in the first quarter, so it's looking like 2025 is going to continue on this path, and I have my ear to the ground, and I'm hearing some pretty freaking big titles that might be coming out across 2025 as well, so I am excited. What a time to be in VR, and what a freaking time to be alive. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new. Let's get me to that 100k next. I guess that's the next milestone, but it would be nice to get a Rhys the King plaque one day, maybe. Anyway, have a great weekend. If you're going to play something dope this weekend, let me know in the comments what you're going to be playing, because, well, I want to know. And if it's multiplayer, maybe you'll see me in there. Other than that, peace out. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.